Shalom, shalom. First off, giving all honor and praise to the Most High and the Son, Yahweh. You know, I've been on the road. But I've been tuning in, though. Been watching, looking. Trying to get my camera. I couldn't adjust that mug like I like it, so kind of got it up high. Y'all got excuse how I got it, man. Yeah, I've been kind of, thinking about how first fruits coming in, how our spirit's supposed to be. I ain't gonna be on here long, but I just kind of just want to get on here, just kind of touch bases with brothers and sisters, man. Hope brothers and sisters have a good week. Like I said, I've been on the road, man, so just want to touch on a couple precepts, man, that on my spirit, man. First precept we going to is Ecclesiastes chapter 7 and verse 9. It says, I'm starting at verse 8. It says, better is the end of things than the beginning of thereof, and the patience in spirit is better than the proud in spirit. So thinking about how the people that, man, you be in this truth and you trying to have a lot of patience with brothers and sisters, man, but sometimes you can't, you'll lose that patience. And sometimes that when a person loses that patience, then you can kind of get yourself in a situation that you end up like with Captain Benaniyah and Captain Yahri were kind of going through, dealing with them brothers yesterday, man. And we hope that them brothers' spirits, man, hey, we hope that they, whatever issue they got, they can resolve it. But, brothers just move forward, you know what I mean? But we got to think about how coming into us the first fruits, how we supposed to be feeling, how we supposed to be thinking, how we supposed to be, our understanding supposed to be. We supposed to be checking our spirit going in. We done had New Year's, new moon, New Year's, Passover. We had another new moon. Now here we come in. Now we coming in with first fruits. All these things that went by. Now first fruits right here. It's time for brothers and sisters to check their spirit, man. Make sure brothers and sisters are working in the right spirit. Make sure that you keep yourself grounded in this truth, because this time, like, we can thinking that we justifying ourselves on some stuff, but sometimes when you examine what you are, examine what you doing, and just move forward in your life, man. It's time for brothers and sisters to really start making sure that you can examine your way and examine how you been walking in the truth, and making sure you putting forth your best and first fruits for the Lord, man. Right? Because the perfect example of first fruits, right? Perfect example, first fruits. We're going back to the book of Genesis, chapter I want to start at chapter, the book of Genesis, chapter 4 and start verse 1. And Adam knew Eve, his wife, and she conceived and bare Cain, and said, I have gotten a man from the Lord. Meaning that she had a baby boy, right? And she again bare his brother Abel. And Abel was a keeper of the sheep, but Cain was a tiller of the ground, right? So they had two different jobs, man. One of them was a keeper of the sheep. He kept the sheep, which was Abel. But then you got Cain, which was a tiller of the ground, right? He grew crops. He worked in the farm or worked in the field, right? It said in the process of time, and it came to pass that Cain brought the fruit of the ground and offered it unto the Lord. But Abel, he brought of the firstlings of his flock and the fat thereof, and the Lord was respect, and the Lord had respect unto Abel offering, and to Abel and to his offering, but unto Cain and to his offering he had not respect. And Cain was wroth, and his countenance fell. And the Lord said unto Cain, why art thou wroth, and why is thou countenance fallen? And if thou wilt, he said, if thou wilt, if thou doest well, shalt thou not be accepted. But if thou doest not well, sin lieth at the door, and thou shalt, and thou, and that, and Shalaki, unto thee shall be his desire, and thou shalt rule over him. I know what the problem is. Let me see. Oh, Shalaki. All right. It said, Book of Genesis chapter 4 and verse 7. And if thou wilt, shalt thou be accepted, and if thou do it not well, sin lied at the door, and unto thee shall be his desire, and thou shalt rule over him. Right? Meaning what? You see, Abel brought his firstlings, brought the first. It just says Cain brought what? Fruits on the field. He didn't say his first, but it says Abel's first. So you get mad at another person because they doing the work and doing it how the Lord told them to do. But then you see another person doing the work, but he not doing it how the Lord told him to do it. But you mad because this person doing what the Lord told him to do now, and the Lord accepted his, but the Lord didn't accept yours. It's something that brothers and sisters got to make sure that we check our spirits on, because just like when you see brothers out here doing the work, don't hinder the work, man. Let them brothers go and do their work. Let them brothers, guess what? Just like even with the whole situation, me being a captain over here at Battle Axes, I got to be able to address certain things. Okay, we don't agree with everybody's doctrine, but we do unity count with almost all camps. We done did unity count with almost all camps that will do unity count with us, right? Sons of Thunder, Sons of Jacob. We done did unity count with Sakari. We done did unity count with, you name it. We done did unity count with them. HOI. We done did unity counts with almost COL, almost all the counts is in Dallas. We done did unity counts with. Now all of a sudden, brothers can feel like we got a problem with people doctrine. We don't have a problem with people doctrine, but we're gonna push to what the Lord gave us. But we all agree on one thing: we gotta keep the commandments. That's why we don't hinder brothers' work. Because whatever fruits a brother put in, that's what you're gonna have to give to the Lord. Right? And we know that we got to keep on pushing and striving towards the mark. This is how we grow in the truth, right? The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7. Like you said, that's going into the first of the first example of the first fruits. Right? Don't just go back and give the Lord anything. You go back and you give the Lord what? Your first. Because you know it's going into your first fruit. Right? The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7 and verse 9. Be not hasty in the spirit to be angry, for anger rested in the bosom of a fool. And what happened? So anger rested in the bosom of a fool. Right? Let's go back to Genesis chapter 4 and verse 8. Because Cain didn't do well, guess what happened? Sin took over him, and guess what he did? This next part. Genesis chapter 4 and verse 8. And Cain talked with Abel, his brother, and it came to pass, when they were in the field, Cain rose up against Abel, his brother, and slew him. That's how anger rested in the bosom of a fool. Cain was a fool, right? And he didn't do thus said the Lord, right? But when he didn't do thus said the Lord, guess what he did? The brother went to full malice, right? He went to full malice. He went to full malice. Why? Because that anger was in his heart. Because the Lord accepted this person's stuff, but then accepted that person's stuff. We got to make sure that we keep ourselves and our election sure, man. There's nobody in this truth is bigger than the truth. You can't do nothing for the truth, but you can't do nothing against the truth, but for the truth. Right? It's something that we got to make sure that we remain and keep ourselves grounded, because we know, like you say, you see all these high holy days coming. You see how brothers and sisters run. You see how brothers and sisters. You see how some brothers got good works. Some brothers don't have no works. Some brothers don't even know what to do. The only thing they know what to do is to come to class and just write down precepts. Not trying to inquire, not trying to get into the fight, not trying to ask. They just step back and just step to the sideline, don't even know what to do. Because a lot of time, them same brothers that was in the world, they didn't know what to do either. Brothers need to get into the fight. Sisters need to get into the fight and build yourself up to that point, man. It's time for us to get ourselves in the right frame of mind, because we don't want Satan to enter into us and have dominion over us, right? Now Cain just slew Abel. Because why? That spirit got on him, and he couldn't accept that this brother was. I'm doing work too. Why the Lord can't accept my work? This is what Cain's saying. I'm tilling the ground. Why the Lord couldn't accept my work? Abel just keep of the sheep. Why the Lord could? What? So the Lord got to accept his work over my work? Guess what? That brother did it the right way. That brother did it how the Lord told him to do it. And by him doing it how the Lord told him to do it, the Lord accepted it. But when Cain couldn't accept that the Lord didn't take his work because he wanted to do it the way he wanted to do it, and the Lord don't accept that thing, right? The book of Genesis chapter 4 and verse 9. And the Lord said unto Cain, where is Abel thy brother? And he said, I know not. Am I my brother's keeper? That's when pride coming in at, man. Now, this brother just full-fledged killed his own brother. Now he's saying, I don't know where he at. He said, dang, do I supposed to be checking for him all the time? Am I my brother's keeper? Yes, you supposed to be. You're supposed to be. Right? Watch this. And he said, what hast thou done? The voice of thy brother blood cried unto me from the ground. Right? He's saying your brother blood crying to me from the ground, man. See? This is the reason why the Lord get angry with us. Because we think we can supposed to do it our way, then we turn around want the Lord to accept what we do. And the Lord gave us instruction. You got to follow what God says, not your own. The book of 2 Ezra, chapter 15, and I'm going to start at verse 7. Therefore said the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profess, profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Beholding the innocent and righteous blood cried unto me, and the souls of the just complain continue. So when you thinking that you done full-fledged thinking that this stuff is not appealing to the Lord, like the Lord can't read, you ain't got over on the Lord just because you thinking I'm gonna gather these brothers together and we finna go against it. No. You think the Lord didn't hear it? Guess what? The Lord hear the proud, but he hear the humble too. Right? That's the reason why, brothers and sisters, we got to make sure we check our spirit, man. Right? We can't win. It's no people thinking that, oh man, I had to this brother coming, he coming, and he just and he starting up this strife. Guess what? Brothers trying to correct things, but there's no winners in the thing. Why ain't no winners in the thing? Because the only person gets the glory is the Most High. Brothers thinking that they can come back and they can get and rally up the troops. You just an Israel nigga. You got to home that thing in, man. Only person gets the glory is the Most High. Watch this. We can prove it. Watch this. Nobody get the glory but the Lord. And people, sometimes we in this truth, we think we can get the glory. And you be sadly mistaken, though. You be sadly mistaken. Watch this. Watch this. This is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 3 and verse 3. For ye are yet carnal, for whereas there is among you envying, strife, divisions, are ye not carnal and walk as men? So the Lord said, ain't this envying and strife among you and division? Because that's what happens sometimes. Even though the Lord said love the brotherhood, but it be division and strife sometimes, right? And as it be division and strife, that's what the Lord said. Watch what happens. It says, for while one said, I am of Paul, and another said, I am of Apollos, are ye not a corner? So some people say, you know what, I'm following Paul. But some people say, you know what, I'm following Apollos. Apollos my leader. Some people like, Paul my leader. The Lord said, are you not yet carnal? That's a carnal way of thinking. Right? You should respect brothers that's being your leaders, that's guiding your life. You're always supposed to show the respect, because all the scriptures show us that we're supposed to show the respect of the leadership of any camp. Right? How much to show you how much respect brothers get. Even when Priest Sabbath called one of the captains over here, guess what? Knowing that Ak is an elder, guess what he did? Yeah, you right, elder. Khan, elder. Much respect to the elders. He's not with her. He's not a battle axe, but he's an elder of Israel. And guess what Bruce did? Showed that respect. Right? But how the Lord get the glory, we didn't show you how the Lord get the glory. Watch this. Because he said, some people said, I'm of Paul. Some people said, I'm of Apollos, right? Shalaki. Verse 5. Who then is Paul and who is Apollos? So the Lord said, he said, who is Paul and who is Apollos? Right? That's a good question. Who is Paul? Who is Apollos? Right? We got to think about this. Right? The Lord said, who is Paul? Who is Apollos? All right? Hold on. See if I can get some stuff right quick. Watch this. The book of Sirach, chapter 10. Oh, it was like my eyes get even better. Why is it chapter 10, verse 9? Why is earth and ashes proud? There is not a more wicked thing than a covetous man. The Lord says, it's no more wicked thing than this. It's nothing more wicked than this right here. The book of Sirach, chapter 10, verse 9. Why is earth and ashes proud? The Lord called us as people. We come from the earth. We are the ashes that the Lord is talking about, man. Right? If brothers don't believe it, we can go to Job chapter 24. We can go to Wisdom of Solomon chapter 2, 1 Kings chapter 21. The Lord calls us earth and ashes. Right? And it says, why is earth and ashes proud? There is not a more wicked thing than a covetous man. For such one set it in his own soul to sell, because while he liveth, he casts his bowels away. Say this man, so that's why you think so many people that's got the riches and fame, they are more covetous than anybody. And they'll cast their own bowels away just to keep their riches. But some people in this too, I ain't saying that they literally cast their bowels away, but they'll cast their salvation away just to show that they right about something. Just to make a point about something. Guess what, brother? I concede, brother. If you want to win, brother, you win, brother. Because that's how we roll over here. We not gonna keep back. We not gonna keep going back and forth with no brothers. It's all love, and that's all we're gonna continue to keep doing. But we got to show, what it is, and but we gonna move on, right? We got to be pressing towards the mark of this thing. We got to be showing towards the compassion and the love of this thing, right? People can cast their own salvation away because you wanna make yourself look like you right, or like I know something, or I got something, or I got better understanding. Guess what? I don't give a damn how many precepts you know. You can know 1,000 damn precepts. And then if your spirit is wrong inside of you, guess what? And your spirit is not connected with the Lord, and you not keeping these damn commandments, guess what? All the precepts you know don't mean nothing. It don't mean a damn thing. You can know all these precepts, and guess what? And you can go straight to the lake of fire, but because you don't want to keep no commandments, because you don't want to do the Lord's will. That's why we gotta check our spirits on this thing, man. Go back to 1 Corinthians, book of 1 Corinthians chapter 3. We're gonna start at verse 5 again. It said, who then is Paul, and who is Apollos, but ministers by whom ye believe, even as the Lord gave it to every man. So guess what? He said Paul and Apollos are just two men that teaches the Lord's word, and they mighty. And they do thus said the Lord, and they follow and they keep the commandments, right? It said, I have planted and Apollos watered, but God gave the increase. So no matter what, brothers can never take the glory from the Lord. You can, I want to go out here and I want to be the camp man of the year. You can go out there and be the camp man of the year, but the Lord still get the glory. Because every prophecy of the Bible got to be fulfilled. Everything in the Bible got to happen. Like the Lord said, it got to happen. All right? Everybody that's in the truth, guess what? Going to have to get their stuff. We're going to have to go in front of the Lord. The book's going to be laid open. And guess what the Lord going to judge you by? He's not going to judge you by every precept you know. He's going to judge you by your works. Right? Verse 6, it says, I have planted and Apollos watered, but God gave the increase. Verse 7, so then, neither is he that planted anything, neither is he that watered, but God giveth the increase. So the person that planted ain't nothing. The person that watered, they ain't nothing either. It's only God is what it is. It's only the Most High God. So when a person saying all praise to the Most High God, then you put your own spin on how I feel like it's supposed to be. It's not all praise to the Most High God no more. We got to check our spirits on that thing, man. Verse 8. Now he that planted and he that, watch this. It said, now he that planted and he that watered is one. Meaning what? You'll get a good mark in the book of life. You'll get that good mark. That's what we fighting for, to lay up treasures for the kingdom of heaven. This is how you lay up for the treasures for the kingdom of heaven. Doing the work. Keeping the commandments. Of course, learning the precepts is good because it helps you to build your spirit up. Learning the precepts is good. Guess what? It helps to even connect with people, to be able to be a teacher. Guess what? Some people can't obtain precepts that good. Why? Because you just might not be a good teacher at the time. But don't think that the Lord can't use you, because there's plenty of stuff in the truth you can do. You just got to step up and do those things, man. Right? And in verse 8, it says, now he that planted and he that watered is one, and every man should receive his reward according to his labor. Right? So the Lord said every man gonna receive his reward according to his labor, not according to how many precepts you know. A person can be the precept king and don't got no experience in this truth, don't got no understanding, because you ain't went through the proper steps of understanding, right? And this is why the Lord talks about leaven. This is why the Lord talks about circumcision. This is why the Lord talks about covenants. This is why the Lord talks about all these different things in the scripture to help us build. But we only harbor on one thing because we thinking that we can. No. God said, the Most High God said, let God be true and let every man be a liar. Guess what? We can look each other in the face. Guess what we can say to each other? We liars. Oh man, I ain't gonna drink no more. Guess what you gonna do? Drink again. Oh man, I ain't finna go out to the store. I ain't spending no more money. Get what you gonna do? Spend some more money. That's all we do is lie. But then we turn around here and you want to put your own narrative and spin on some things, man. The only way we gonna have to do this thing, we're gonna have to do this thing the right way and try to try our best to keep God's commandments, man. Right? Like I say, I hope brothers and sisters, man, had a good week, man. I just kind of want to step on it, man. I ain't really have a, man, I really wanted to get in there earlier, man, probably about 30 minutes ago, but probably, I really want to get in a little earlier than that, man. I really was stuck in some traffic for a while, man. I just kind of finally pulled over, man, so I know I don't want to be, I know it's already late, but I ain't want to be too late. But it might be late enough for people, though, but I want to get on here, man, and kind of put a little fill out for brothers and sisters, man. It's time for us to get our spirit together, man. Guess what, man? All the envy and strife, or whatever brothers and sisters got to deal with, hey, man, take it to the Lord, man, and start learning to grow with these things, man. Right? This is our time to grow, man. This is our time to grow. This is the springtime, summertime. Get what the Lord allows us to do in this time of year. Let us put our fruits out there so we can spring up and grow, man. This time to grow. Don't hinder your growth. Right? Don't hinder your growth, brothers and sisters. This is what we trying to get brothers and sisters to see. Don't hinder your growth, man. Right? Still keep God's law, statutes, and commandments, man. So, keep God's law, statutes, and commandments. This is a statute that the Lord gave Noah, but I want something to touch on in this matter too. The book of Genesis, chapter 8 and verse 20. And Noah built an altar unto the Lord, and he took every clean beast and every clean fowl and offered a burnt offering unto the Lord. So this is Noah offering a burnt offering unto the Lord, right? This is after Noah left the ark. He was in the ark, right? And the Lord allowed him to, and just think about it, he allowed Noah and his whole family to see the whole world be destroyed. But guess what? He's going to come back and do this next time. He's going to allow the Israelites that kept the commandments. He's going to allow us to come back to watch the world get destroyed. Something a little heavy on brothers and sisters. Verse 21, and the Lord, and the Lord smelled a sweet savor. And the Lord said in his heart, I will not again curse the ground anymore for man's sake. For the imagination of a man's heart is evil from his youth. Neither will I again smite anymore every living thing as I have done. Meaning what the Lord said, he was not going to kill the earth by water anymore. If you go down and read a little bit more, it explains. Verse 22. This is the point. While the earth remaineth. So while the Lord said, while the earth is still here, it's going to be seed time and harvest. Right? These are seasons that the Lord said. It's going to be cold and heat. It's going to be summer and winter. It's going to be day and night, and it shall not cease. So if none of those things cease, guess what we supposed to do in our season? Do the work. And I just hope, brothers and sisters, man, hey, it's time to put everything to the side. Let's work on getting ourselves built up so we can have this good old so we can have these good old first fruits. You have our good old feast days, man, so we can enjoy one another. Let's get started learning to build with each other, man. This is our time of season to try to learn to build. This is not this time of season to try to break down something. No, this is time to build up something. Right? We got more daylight than we got nighttime. Right? It's time to build. It's time to get ourselves together so we can get ourselves ready for the King. And with that, we give our honor and praise to the Most High and the Son Yahweh Shai. Say shalom.